All right, guys. We up. We are awake. Oh man. All right. Let me get this set up. It's the last trading day of 2022. Hold on. Tesla gapping up today, leading the market back up at 123s right now. If we look at the SPY, we are technically down on the day, and it's not really surprising, to be completely honest. We ended up cutting out most of our swing trades yesterday. We're still holding a little piece of Disney, just a very small piece. If you want to look at the trade, just on the last 35 shares, and this was hundreds of shares, we're still up about 87.50 so far on this, and we're down about 1330s today. But we did cut our Google trade yesterday in that huge rip. It was time to, and so we got flat out of Google, and got flat before the end of the year. I figured it was time to. Maybe we get another big drop. We'll buy some more. Just depends on what we get there for that. Let me know if you got any ideas for the end of the year. Today is the last trading day of the year, guys. So it is the last trading day. Can you hear the music? Let me know if you can hear it. Hey, what's up, Moose? Hey, all good, man. Happy holidays. No data coming out today, really. Nothing really going on today. We're gonna do a poll. What's up, Malcolm? Mark? All right, good. What's a good poll? Market end this week green? Yes or no? All right, but yeah, Tesla's up. Let me know if y'all see anything good. Market's dipping down a little bit. Tesla specifically here. I don't know if it's time to buy the dip yet. I'm probably gonna wait a second. Anything worthwhile buying the dip? I guess Tesla could be one of them here. I can't trade right now. We're gonna have to wait to buy Tesla on this pullback. TEUM. Yeah, it's gapping up a little bit today. It's a penny stock. It's not really my style of trade. John, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the new year. I hope we bounce back. I mean, this year was obviously a red year. Here's the last year. So this is the 2022 year. It's a red year. It's a down year. Which is kind of what we get. Now I hope we bounce back in 2023. I'm a huge bull, but regardless, we're still gonna make our money and do what we've been doing this year. We're just gonna keep repeating what we've been doing this year. Hey, there's no music. Can y'all hear the music? Yeah, that's a good idea for a poll. Let me know if you can hear the music. If you can, I'll reset it. I can hear it. It's quiet. I hear the music. Music is low. Okay, got you. There we go. Let me know if that's better. All right, yeah. So the only positions we're holding into the new year, we're holding a little bit of AMC, a very small position, a small position in Carvana, which we're roughly break even in, and a little bit of Disney, which we're green on the last few shares. So we'll see if we get anything. TEUM is gapping up. Does Tesla have any news today? I see Tesla. I see Tesla gapping up when the rest of the market is fading down. So the reports that Elon was margin called turns out to be not true. It looks like they were just not accurate. So yeah, any other big stock market news today? I don't think there's too much to really talk about. All right, so yeah, here's the yearly chart on the SPY. All right, guys. So Tesla started back up a little bit. The SPY is gapping down pretty substantially here. I mean, there's a big gap down in the SPY. Let's get our Discord up. So yeah, markets are down. I mean, there's still not much going on. We're just kind of chilling right now. All right, guys. Looking at some stuff here, but again, a little slow right now. All right, guys. So yeah, so Tesla starting to bounce up a little bit. SPY at 382s. We're just kind of hanging out here. I'm looking at to see if we got anything else coming out today. I don't really see anything else big. No Fed meetings, no anything. We got Chicago PMI at 9:45. That's about it. We'll prep for that as it starts to get here, but yeah. Aside from that, we're pretty slow here. It's starting to bounce back up. Let me get some music rolling here. Hold on. Yeah, I saw that. Chicago PMI. Yeah, that's about it. And we'll cover that a little bit closer to the open. We'll dedicate our stream to it. Although we'll see how big it is. It might not be the biggest release. Let me know any other stocks you guys see today. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be traveling right now. A lot of people are just going to be busy and just not going to be doing anything. You know. All right, and we got Tesla rebounding, kind of again dragging the market back up some. TEUM is trying. We also have the dollar index, which is sitting right at 103s here. You know, so the dollar index, the Dixie is at 103s. Dollar index still breaking down here. You can see that's starting to break here. Bro, there's got to be a way for me to turn off sounds here. You know? There's got to be a way for me to turn off sounds here, bro. Are y'all serious, bro? Just like this, man? What a bad design site. Yeah, I'm gonna mute this for a second while I figure this out. Dollar index is breaking down. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. There we go. Yeah, I just muted it, but I shouldn't have to. There we go. Anyways. All right, so Dixie's still falling down, breaking down here. So we can see the SPY starting to rebound back up a little bit. It's at 382.30s, 382.30s. We'll see if this action continues. Sorry, John, I copied your trade yesterday and we were up. Hey, you could do your thing, man. I mean, I don't want you to copy me, but I can't stop you. So do your thing, man. Not mad. Like, y'all can learn from my trading style, and that's what I'm just gonna assume that is. It's just learning from my own trading style, you know. All right, look at the SPY start to bounce back here. I mean, we had a pretty big red day at the open. We're still pretty red. I mean, you can see the SPY is back up to 382s. The previous closing price was 383.40s. So, I mean, we're still pretty red, but not that bad. And so I'm seeing if I'm trying to find another blue chip that looks like it's dragging it back. I can't find anything though, really. You know, I don't see any other blue chips that are kind of pushing this thing back. Dixie's still breaking down really nicely. I mean, the dollar index is falling. So the Dixie's still falling down. And you can see the market start to rip up, which is good, I guess. Let's see if we get some continuation of that action. All right, so SPY up to 382s here. Yeah, what's up, Daniel? What's up, Bob? John, you're fired? I know, bro. Listen, man. That's okay. I accept that. It's not really a super exciting day, though, guys. That's what y'all gotta understand. It's not really like a... I wouldn't really call it a super exciting day, for sure. We got Chicago PMI, which might be big, might not be big. I don't really know. I've never really covered Chicago PMI before, so it's like maybe it's good, maybe it's not. You know, we'll see if it is. Yeah, no push-ups for me today, bro. No, none for me today, man. You know. You know, last time we did push-ups was like a year ago, so it's been a minute. What does your chart prime say about Kala? I don't know. I don't even know if it'll show me Kala. It might not. I don't know. Let me check. I've never tried it with penny stocks. Just fair warning, chart prime. Like I've never tried it with penny stocks. Yeah, I don't know. Here's a 1 minute chart. It called the reversal back a few minutes ago, but like since then, some Fridays are dead. Some Fridays are exciting, you know. But it called the reversal basically back. When was this? Yesterday. But like it hasn't actually triggered anything. It's just been documenting support and resistance mostly today. Nutty guys just went red to green with Boyle. Yeah, the dollar index is still steady breaking down here. So, you know, the dollar index is still breaking down. That's good. That's kind of what we want to see. I don't see the other thing, big news though. The market's light. I mean, like I said, people are going to be traveling for the holiday. They're not going to be home. They're going to be busy. You know, there's just going to be a lot of stuff going on like that where people are just not going to be home. You know, the volume's going to be light. I hope not. I hope we get some good stuff today. You know, it's possible we do, but like, I'm not counting on it, I guess. All right, Dixie's starting to bounce up a little bit. You can see it's at 103.50s. John, what do you do for New Year's? I'll probably hang out with my kids. You know, we'll probably visit with my kids, maybe do some fireworks and stuff. You know, that's probably what we're gonna do. I can't think of doing anything else. You know, we will probably just kick back, do some fireworks, hang out, you know. Tesla pulling back. We'll see if Tesla bounces here. I can start trading in about 14 minutes. And so, you know, we'll see. Trying to be patient with it. What are you guys doing for? What are you guys gonna do for New Year's? No, I'm feeling it today. I'm definitely not playing poker over here. That's distracting me. That's definitely not, you know, what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not doing that. You know. Yeah, man, we're gonna visit with family. It'll be good. That'll be nice, man. Bro, I just got in a hand where I had we all went all in pre-flop with aces. Or no, I had eights, they had nines, and somebody had tens. And then I hit a set on the flop, so I hit three of a kind on the flop, and I was like, oh great, this is amazing. And then somebody else hit a set on the flop. The tens hit a set on the flop. I think it was ridiculous, bro. It was an absolutely ridiculous hand. You know? It was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna trade once we can open up. Like, give me maybe 11 minutes and we'll trade some more for sure. Jeez. Yeah, I've never had quads beat recently. I'm sure I have before. I played a lot of poker, man. So like, I'm sure I have before, but like, but it hasn't been recently. You know, that's a hard thing to do. I've really been thinking about going play in the World Series of Poker for 2023. That's something I really want to do. You know, the buy-in for the main event at the World Series of Poker is 10,000. I might do it. You know, it's like a bucket list thing of mine. You know, so it's like, I know it's not great spending, of course, but like it is a bucket list thing of mine. I guess I could kind of like go back and forth and play a bunch of the WSOP tournaments if I went to Vegas at that time. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Might be something I do in 2023. Tesla pull it back now. Dollar index is starting to pop up a little bit, so the Dixie is starting to bounce up some. Yeah, but look at the dollar index. So the dollar index has been surprisingly strong here. So yeah, the dollar index has been surprisingly strong. Like, we'll see if it does anything, but the dollar index has been moving back up. Tesla bouncing back up. SPY bouncing back up a little bit. The SPY's volume is just so light today, though, unfortunately. There's very light volume on the SPY. Yeah, it's Friday. Tesla's volume's a little bit better. We can look at something like Apple here. Apple down. So Apple's one of the things dragging the market down some today. But SPY volume very light. Anything else big going on today, guys? Do y'all have anything? I mean, we got Chicago PMI at 9:45, but that's still, it's not even 7 yet. So we still got hours and hours for that to come out. So still got some time for that. I'm here for the music. What brokerage allows you to trade before PM? I mean, what do you mean before PM? You mean during pre-market? If you're talking about during pre-market, you know, I can do that on TOS. Like right now, I can trade like in pre. Like I'm trying. I gotta wait about 7 minutes before I can open it up to trade. So yeah, so for Thinkorswim, you gotta wait until 7 to place any trades, until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is. Before I can start trading at 4 a.m. Yes, some brokers allow you to trade really early, but that's still pre-market. Like 4 a.m. is when pre-market starts. Look at Tesla starting to dip all the way down here. It's at 122s here for Tesla. Dipping all the way down to 122s here. So again, we'll see if it holds. All right, so Tesla bouncing back a little bit here, trying. We need some rain check. It's coming, bro. Sometime soon it's coming. You know, bear with me. It's coming, man. You know. It's somewhere in this playlist, bro. I just don't feel like finding it. Apple at 129.19s here. So, again, Apple's trying to bounce back up. We can look at, like, Microsoft here. There's Microsoft. Microsoft down pretty big, too. Some of this music's all right. It's not great. Some of it's all right. Like, Rain Check's probably the OG one. I don't think so, Larry. I think that's over with, man. Yeah, the dollar index is really breaking down. So the dollar index is really breaking down here. Or not really breaking out down, is really bouncing back here. Look at the Dixie. So the Dixie's been moving back big. Look at all this green action here. We got used to the music. Yeah, but I think tax harvesting is over with. I think it ended yesterday or today. It's one of those two. But I would check with your broker to be sure. I'm not 100% sure. I would check with your broker to be sure because I'm really not 100%. But I think tax harvesting is done. I think. Mm. Hey, what's up, Unicorn and Cal? Hey, what's up, man? All right, so look at the Dixie still moving up. Dollar index is still popping up big here. So still bull action on the Dixie. Well, it's a good thing because when cash is gaining value, people are less likely to put it into other things, right? So if your cash is gaining value, you're less likely to put it into stocks or crypto or forex, because your cash is gaining value, right? Why would you put it into other stuff if you're gaining value in other things? Or in your cash, right? If your cash is losing value, then you're more likely to dump it into other stuff. And so with that, there's an inverse relationship usually with the dollar index and the SPY or the S&P. That's kind of how it goes. And with that, you can see the Dixie pop up pretty big here. So look at the dollar index go. Tesla falling down, SPY testing the volume weighted average price. All right, we can now actually trade again as well. So we can finally trade now. We might buy this. Oh, dude, I was about to buy the Tesla dip, bro. See, this is why I dislike having to wait this long, man. Because you guys know me. I was talking about a Tesla dip buy this whole time. It's a little bit late now, though. I'll see if I can get in a better fill, but it's kind of late now, man. It hurts. Yeah, we wanted to buy this dip. We just missed it. I mean, I guess it's all right, but we wanted the dip. We didn't get it. All right, so we'll see if we get a little dip here. I don't really like it, but like we're gonna start to get in with 30 shares of Tesla. So we bought 30 of Tesla here. We'll see if we hold. All right, so we are getting a little dip back. We could add a little bit more here. We're going to add 45, 60 shares of Tesla here. We're not going to add any more than that. That'll probably be our final position here. All right, so still getting some pullbacks. I'm going to add one more 25 share position, make it 75 shares. Bro. Got you. Yeah, I got you, Pawn. Let me check. So, yeah, we bought Tesla on the dip here. We'll see if it works. The dollar index is still trying to pump up. Let's see if Tesla holds here. Yeah, so I might have to cut my Tesla bid here. We're trying to be patient. Dixie's still moving up, but if we break under the previous closing price for Tesla, it's done, and we're not going to want to get stuck in too much of this here. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna cut this and take our little L here. Less than 70 bucks, small. Tesla just started to really break. The dollar index is still moving up pretty big here too. So, yeah, it's starting to rip down. I mean, that is. So it's starting to break down. Huge drops for Tesla. So Tesla giving it all back to 121.40s here. Yeah, the end of the year ain't looking hot for Tesla. I'll say that. Chop today? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to expect anything outside of chop. Yeah, so we're going to take it slow. And you just remember, y'all be slow and small, guys, today. It's not going to be a favorable day. Almost certainly not going to be a favorable day. And so with that, just be safe. Trade small, you know. I wish I could short my internet connection. My internet, honestly, since I got this fiber optic cable, my internet's running right, you know. Larry, I can say Tesla's very volatile. Trading bad internet. Yeah, it's always a rough thing to not have good internet, man. It happens, though. You know, it is what it is. Tesla's still dumping down here, guys. Big. Huge drop, man. Yeah, I'm looking at other stuff. Disney's down a little bit. We're still kind of holding Disney, guys. Like, we're still holding a little piece of Disney, but it's not much. Like, again, we can look at the actual trade here. We can look at the actual trade for Disney here, and like we're still up $84 on the 35 shares left. We're down 16 bucks on the day, but like we are holding, you know, and sitting in this. So, you know, that's all good. Hopefully, you know, hopefully it continues to ride back, but like if not, it's not the end of the world either. It doesn't really matter too much, I guess. Yeah, you guys green or red on the year, I guess is the question. Kala up. Yeah, I had a few people mention Kala today. Kala's been ripping up, man. I don't know much about Kala. What is Kala? Like, look how big this move is. I thought this was a penny stock. Maybe I was wrong about Kala. I thought it was a penny stock, but maybe it's not, man. Again, I really don't know. Kala flying up big. Is there any news on this? Kala skyrocketing 4-day win streak Thursday. Was featured on Benzinga a few times. Aside from that, what's the reason for this? It's biotech company, yeah, pharmaceutical company. So, interesting. Anything else moving today? Snapchat might be, we might buy Snapchat, to be honest. We might start to scale into Snapchat with small size where we're at now. Maybe. Again, not 100%, maybe. you know. Tesla's starting to pop back a little bit here. New drug application on for Kala. All right, gotcha. Hey, what's up, Virgo? Hey, hope you had a good 2020 suit. You know, I remember a lot of you guys, you know, and so good to see you guys at least come back a few times a year. We appreciate you all. Liana, Kala FDA approval, new drug application. Never had a green year, still learning and paying with very small size. Biggest losing year was 2,500. Honestly, that's not that bad, bro. That's really not that bad, man. 2,500 bucks. I've had worse. I'll put it that way. You know, I've had worse. You know what I mean? Yeah, as for the year this year, hold on, let me check Pawn. My bad. Pawn told me something. Okay, gotcha. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, hold on. Let me message you, Pawn. I'm gonna send you a message right now. I just want to make sure you're talking about the same guy as me. Yesterday was a bull trap. All right, gotcha. Yeah, I'm deleting it now. We'll just have to watch him for more spam if we get it, you know. But yeah, so Tesla's starting to creep back up a little bit. All right, guys. So SPY's still right around that previous closing price level, right around it. Why is the market not crashing? Yeah, I mean, there's not really any big economic data today, though, guys. So the data is pretty light today. What do you think about SoFi? SoFi is a software stock. You know, software stock. Not a bad company, but not confident enough in it long term for me to really buy it. You know what I mean? Like when I buy stuff long term, it needs to be sure it's either very small trades where I take very small amounts of risk relative to what you know I normally do, or it's sure thing blue chips eventually inevitably going to bounce back no matter what. That's the only stuff that I'm willing to take in those positions, you know, or just automatic trades that are like 100% going to work. If not, like it's just too much risk. I have to just trade small and safe in that way, you know. Gold mining, yeah. Chicago PMI comes out today. Yeah, we're gonna build the stream around the Chicago PMI. All right, so we are getting some rejections here. Hey, what's up, Kieran? I thought the last day was tax harvesting is today. It might be, man. Again, it's too hard to tell. I would ask your broker to be safe. It's too hard to figure out. You know, like it's too hard to judge whether it's really is the last day or not. I've had a few different answers, and so whenever it's that ambiguous, I usually just I'd recommend reaching out to your broker and ask them. You know. Yeah, I hope that we all in green on the last trading day of the year. It'll almost certainly be like a slow day, you know, but like, hey. All right, guys, Tesla's still breaking down here right now. So Tesla's still dumping down here. Still looking very weak. Yesterday was the last day because MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin yesterday. Everything I read was yesterday was the last day of tax harvesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not today. I'm pretty sure today's the deadline. I'm pretty sure it goes by the settlement date. And so with that, it's not going to be today. You know, it needs to be the settlement date. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% though. Like I said, not 100% sure. Oh, you mean top three, Jeff? Is that what you mean? My bad, man. You know, just trying to. So we're trying to go here. Cala rip it up. So that's one of the biggest volatile moves today. And again, the market activity is going to be probably pretty light today, man. There's probably just not going to be that much action today. I hope not. Like, I hope we get some good stuff. Settlement day. Tesla's rebounding in the wrong direction. Yeah, for sure. We'll see. We still got time. SoFi, man, had a tough year, bro. SoFi down to 450s. Peloton did too. BYD did as well. Yeah, we'll see. Pullback time. Yeah, it's definitely the settlement time. I only have one share of Costco. What's one share of Costco run? How Costco do this year? I'm sure with like all the craziness. Yeah, Costco, it didn't do that bad relative to the rest of the market, you know? Like, it could have done a lot worse. What causes the straight down moving in Tesla 4 a.m., now 7 a.m.? All right, guys, so SPY dipping down a little bit. SPY just broke lows here. Cala pulling back to 38s. So Walmart and Costco looking very tempting. Yeah, I mean, they do. Get it at 120 if it holds. What's the cheapest dip buy you got right now, guys? Any cheap dip buys that you guys like? What's your cheapest dip buy right now that you guys like? Let me know. Cala finally pulling back some here. Finally pulling back some. So is it time for a dip buy after the crazy run up? I like hummus. Dude, hummus is great, bro. Honestly, it's super food. It's super good. Like, really healthy for you. Like, I love hummus, dude. You know what's really good? Dipping, like, beef jerky and hummus. So good. So good. If you don't do it, you should. Try it. Seems like Charge Point. Nah, Charge Point's a mid cap. I talk a lot about mid caps and why I don't like them. Because mid caps are just risky, vulnerable bets that, you know, the company could just go out of business. Take FTX, you know, like FTX was a mid cap, you know. I just don't like mid caps, man. Mid caps are terrible companies generally. Get the view up long. No, bro, I did bacon and hummus. I did beef and hummus. Like, dude, it's supposed. That's how it's supposed to be, man. You know. All right, guys, we got the SPY at 381.50s. Coca-Cola is a mid cap. I don't know about that. You know. Finally, man. All right, guys. So SPY still pull it back here. Kala did bounce right at that $36 point. Love the channel. Look at Grill. Oh, I see you, bro. You're you know. You're just complimenting me so I can look at your stock. Oh, I love the channel. Now look at this stock right here, guys. No, it's all right. We'll look at it. Grill. If it's a penny stock, just understand, you know, if you want me to pump it up, I'm probably not going to. Okay, so honestly, this is a penny stock that doesn't actually have a terrible chart. I will say that. Like, it's a penny stock without a terrible chart. It's not that bad of a chart. Grill, you know, is it good? Probably not. Is it a good company? Probably not. But the daily chart's not terrible, I guess. Let's just see if it holds these gains. I think the real question is, like, will it hold these gains? Oh, no, I'm just messing with you, Oscar. I gotta just mess with you a little bit. BITI, bro. Like I said, yeah, I'll look at these stocks, but y'all better make sure they look good. I wouldn't call this chart gorgeous. I mean, it's more so pretty flat on the last year. BITI, what is this company? It's pretty flat on the year. Yeah, all I'm saying, though, is that if y'all mention a bunch of penny stocks and y'all are like, hey, John, look at ABC penny stock, y'all better just be ready for what I'm going to say. You know, I'm going to give my honest opinion. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I'm going to tell you if I like it or dislike it. This one's neutral to me. It's sideways. You know, like if we look at this, you know, like it's a pretty sideways chart. We started at the year right around where we are now. Yeah, Cal is no longer a penny stock. But biotechs are so volatile, though. The problem with biotechs is that they're so volatile. And to be fair, Cal started the year off at $60, $70. You know, so just because it started the year as a mid cap and then faded into obscurity and then rebounded back up doesn't mean like it's strong. You know, I'll be honest about it. It doesn't mean it's strong. BYND, terrible company. Absolutely horrible company. Look at the long-term chart on this thing, man. Just a terrible company. Look at the daily chart. One of the worst companies in the stock market right now. The business model's terrible. The margins aren't good. They overestimated their market, you know, interest. It's just a terrible company. You know, it's got a bunch of people that are bag holding this thing from way back here. So a bunch of people are stuck over here. You know, they're probably stuck from even farther than that here. They're probably stuck from, let's look at a weekly chart. A lot of people are stuck from 200 plus from way back here. And so, of course, oh, BYND, the greatest company ever, you know. Terrible company. John, can you tell what a green trade? Can you explain what a green to red trade is? When you have many candles red, then it turns. Yeah, that's one of the most powerful strategies in markets, in my opinion. The red to green move is far more powerful and far more common, actually, than the green to red move. All right, so let's look at the Q. Let's look at something easy like the Q here to give you an example of this. This happens a lot. This is a green to red move right here, right? So first we got a red to green move, right? So first we can look at two different examples. Here's a really short-term red to green move, right? So we break down, we break up, we hold the VWAP, and then we continue up. You know, when you attack these red to green moves, a lot of the time I'm buying the dips right here to the VWAP. Like I'm buying these pullbacks to the volume weighted average price because that confirms the trend ultimately. But that is a red to green move, right? So again, the reason we call it this is because it goes red. Here's the red candle. We go red on the day, and then we get some volume come in, push over VWAP, hold, and then continue bouncing, right? So that's a red to green move. The green to red move actually has far more momentum capability, to be honest here. So, and this is a long-term example. I'll try to find a short-term example, but here's a long-term example. Green to red, so we're green on the day, and then we turn. A lot of the time when you buy these or when you short these, you want to short on these small little pops. So like you can see that's the trend right there. You want to short this area here. Like the small little bounce back. Like if you can see a McDonald's looking sign. So if you can see something like this where you have a pattern like this, it's a head and shoulders pattern is really what it is. You short these little pops and then you ride it down. That's what you do. You're attacking the downward trend. Now, a certain percentage of the time, it's going to go like this, and you got to be prepared for that. And you got to make sure your risk reward is solid enough to compensate. Whoa, what have I done? Go away. There we go. But yeah, so you would short into these little pops here. That's what I would short at least. Powerful move. Let's see if we can find a shorter term example because this is a little bit longer term. So let's see if we can find a short-term example. With all the red action, there should be lots of examples of this. Yeah, I mean, here's another example here. And so this is a very short-term example. So again, green move at the open. A lot of the time, the volume-weighted average price. Here's the thing. The VWAP, the volume-weighted average price, is a milestone level. And so it's a level that a lot of other traders are watching to see if the stock breaks above or under it. And so in that regard, like you can look at the Q here, a lot of people are watching this. And penny stocks, it's even more relevant, right? So a lot of people are like, yeah, this penny stock's running, this is running, but it's still below VWAP. And then when it hits the VWAP, it rejects exactly like this. And so you can look for the turn level to be the VWAP area, like right here. You can see that area right here. Here's the volume weighted, the purple line. And then we just get an obvious rejection back down. That happens a lot. But yeah, here's a red to green move, or a green to red move. Green, rejection, small bounce. You would want to short into like that, write it down. And there's a lot of examples of this. It's basically an upside down V pattern with the last leg of the V just breaking down. Anyways, I hope that helps. These are patterns that I use regularly. My favorite short patterns are really green to red moves, just powerful moves. Just a lot of momentum shows up. People get scared. They cut their long positions. It just causes big squeezes on the downside. And so we'll attack them every time we see them. Yeah, but if it's symmetrical, it doesn't mean it's going to break. And it doesn't mean that it's going to break on the upside necessarily. The symmetrical triangle or pattern has no sway to one side, right? So it can break on either side. It can break on the upside and downside. If it's a ascending triangle, it probably breaks on the upside. If it's a descending triangle, it probably breaks on the downside. If it's symmetrical, you don't know which way that thing's going to break. It might break up, down, sideways, you don't know. So that's the only problem with symmetrical patterns. I'm not a big triangle pattern guy anyway, but Monday is a big day for Tesla with their delivery report of cars. Just think they will report 433K delivered at all-time high for a quarter, and the stock is down. When does that get released, Larry? What does that get released here? And then there's the Q. Again, kind of getting a little V pattern here on the Q too. All right, look at the Q break, SPY break, Tesla break. So a lot of stuff is falling back down weak here. All I'm saying is I'm glad I cut my Google trade yesterday, man. Monday evening? Okay, that might be an event we can cover. What time is it? Is the market open when it happens? Oh, wait, the market's closed Monday. I don't really know why the market's closed. Why is the market closed Monday anyway? Monday's the 2nd. It's the day after New Year's Day. Why would we be closed Monday? Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure we are closed Monday. I'm not 100% sure, though. Chat, are we closed? I'm pretty sure we are. But, like, I don't know why. Yeah, U.S. New Year's. Oh, no. All right, wait. This is so confusing here. So it says Monday, January 2nd, New Year's Day holiday. New Year's Day is January 1st. Yeah, but why do we need it? I mean, I guess I'm okay with that, but still, man, SPY bouncing at 381s. SPY bouncing at 381s. I mean, let me look at Tesla vehicle delivery. Somebody look up when the Tesla vehicle delivery date is, because we'll stream that too and cover that if we need to. Paid day off? What do you mean paid day off? Bro, I work for myself, man. I don't have anybody. I don't have a boss. Nobody's paying me on my days off, bro. I wish they were, you know. I mean, I make money on my days off. Like, the beautiful thing about running a business like this is that regardless of whether I work or not, generally we still make some, you know, on days off. So it's nice. All right, SPY bouncing right at 381s, which was a big level yesterday. Do I buy the dip now? I guess is the question. Do I buy the dip? John, you don't want to be rolled over? Yeah. I mean, I've had good jobs before. I didn't like, it's not that I dislike corporate environment. I kind of like corporate environment. My problem was always like, every time I've worked in a corporate environment, I've always done really well. You know, like, I think I'm an outgoing person, so to speak. It's ironic because I don't really like being outgoing. Like, I don't know what it's called, but I'm one of those people who can be outgoing, but I don't necessarily like to, and I'm kind of a homebody. Like, I'd rather sit at home and hang out than go out and party and do a bunch of stuff. It's just not really my style of stuff. I never have been that type of person. And so it's kind of ironic that now I'm running like a very outgoing, like, YouTube channel in front of hundreds of thousands, sometimes, of people every day. It's just interesting, but I can be outgoing, but I don't really like to be. Anyways, with that said, anytime I've worked in a corporate environment, I've done pretty well. Like, I can be nice to people and, like, you know, I could be likable if I want to. But there's always just like favoritism and weirdness, and, like, I don't know. Corporate environment sucks sometimes, you know. And to be honest, I make far more money doing this than I would ever in a corporate environment. Like, to make the amount of money I make right now, I'd have to work for decades, you know, to hit that type of pace. So, like, I'm very blessed and happy to be doing what I'm doing. The real question of the hour is, are the Mets going to sign Carlos Correa? You know, that's the real question. Will the Mets get the deal done? Tesla bouncing up a little bit. SPY bouncing at 381s. Yeah, a lot of politics involved with corporate stuff, you know. Well, it's politics, man. Cap. I'm not necessarily an introvert. I'm a middle. I'm the middle between an intro and an extrovert. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called an extroverted introvert. An ambivert, someone whose overall behavior is between introversion and extroversion. An omnivert is someone who can be the extremes of either at different times. Yeah, that's probably me. I could be at the extremes of either at different times. Like, I can be very outgoing. I don't really generally like to be, but as you guys probably can tell, I can be. SPY bounced it up a little bit at 381s. The 381s was a big level from yesterday and the last few days, really. Let me see if we can pull this back here. So you can see 381 held yesterday at the opening bell. Like, we pulled right back to this level here and then bounced directly off of it and continued back up. Now, we'll see if it actually holds these spots, but yeah. Yeah, it's American cricket is what it is, David. Like, they're going for the Super Bowl of cricket next month. And they say the pitcher is going to get the MVP over the quarterback this year, in American cricket. I disagreed with that personally myself. But it is what it is. SPY's starting to move back up. Let's see if we continue this bounce up. We've had a lot of weakness over the last 20 minutes or so. You can kind of see, like, the liquidity is low here, and sometimes it's actually better to put up the E-mini instead. Yeah, so SPY. Only 85 likes. How dare you guys? How dare you? Okay? I'm not going to pressure you to like the like button, but, like, if you don't, I'm just going to secretly hate you forever. All right, guys. SPY bounced it up. It's at 381s here. Do you bet on European soccer? No. I don't know anything about soccer at all, bro. Like, I really have no idea. Like, my sports that I watch, I'm not going to say I bet on them, but, we all have fun sometimes. MMA is probably the one I know the best. Baseball, for sure. And American football. How about the Eagles this year? How about Tua? Really, I want my boy Joe Burrow to do things and go, and he is doing things, man. So I want the Bengals to win, personally, myself, this year in football. Next year, my Astros are going to beat everybody. Although the Padres are looking pretty solid right now. They built a dream team this year in the offseason. So I'm a little scared of the Padres for next year, but we still should be all right. If the Mets sign Correa, they're looking really solid too. But, who knows if that's going to go through. Tesla bouncing back up, holding at 120. I think 120 is a psychological level as well. Yeah, I'm just messing with you guys. Yeah, the Joe Burrow story, just a good kid, man. Just a good kid, dude. A lot of people hated on him. A lot of people discounted him. A lot of people made fun of him. Didn't think he should be the number one pick in the 2019, or maybe it was the 2020 draft. In the 2020 draft, I mean, a lot of people didn't think he should be number one. They thought Tua should have been number one. And Tua's great. I love Tua. Tua's a really good dude. Good family, man. Just a great guy overall. But Joe Burrow has shown to be certainly more resilient in terms of injuries and just a better player than Tua, in my opinion. Justin Jefferson as well. A lot of that 2019 LSU team, they've been showing up in the NFL really solid. So soccer is the real football. I mean, yeah, if you're not in the U.S., it is. But if you're in the U.S., everybody knows. My problem with soccer is it's just boring, man. Like, listen, if you're playing for 2 hours and you might score 1 or 2 goals in that entire 2-hour period, and it just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, up, shoot, missed, back and forth and back and forth. That's incredibly boring. And I get it. Every time I say this, people are like, well, hey, John, what about baseball? I understand I'm hypocritical in that regard. I get it. The problem is that I don't know the soccer players. I know baseball players. When you know the batters when it can build up a lot of tension and get exciting in baseball. Soccer, I'm just not into. I don't know the players. I never played it really when I was younger. I played baseball when I was younger. And so soccer is just not one of my sports. It's just not something I'm into. Yeah, and I will admit that soccer is the largest sport in the world. Maybe cricket might actually have I saw some stats on cricket that were surprising. But I think soccer is the most universal sport in the world, just to put it into perspective. I think the whole world plays soccer for the most part. And so I understand that the US is outliers in that way, where, we don't really play it like that. But I mean, as you guys saw in the World Cup, the US is getting better. Yeah, I know y'all call it football. It's all right. I understand. We kind of stole the name, so I mean, I understand that. Did you play hockey at Dr. Pepper Star Center? What is Dr. Pepper Star Center? I gotta look that up. No. I played hockey. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We used to have like the hockey version of a AAA team. I went to school with the coach's son in elementary school. And eventually, like, we were no longer friends. I don't know what he's doing now, but like at the time, I went to school with the coach's son, and in that, I played pee-wee ice hockey as a kid, but I never watched hockey. Like I could ice skate. I was terrible at it, to be honest. But at this point in time now, I can ice skate really well, and we went ice skating this year with my kids, and I was like Michael Scott on that ice. That's what my kid said. My daughter was like, "Daddy, you're like Michael Scott." I was like, "I know." You spray some ice at him. You stop and spray some ice at him. But yeah, again, I was terrible at it. Tesla starting to bounce up. Let's watch 120s here. Again, we lost a little bit on Tesla today. I might look for some discount dip buys today. I think with tax harvesting being finished, we might have some cheap stuff to buy into right now. It's not quite Disney yet. Disney is still down at 86.50s. I mean, I still think Disney is objectively cheap, and I could buy some more Disney on this pullback, but I think I'm going to wait. Anything else that is extended, Snapchat is down to 870, so it's not quite cheap enough for me to really want to get involved with it yet. What's another low PE company, guys, that might be interesting? I cut Google, so if you look at here, I'm completely out of Google. We got out of it yesterday, so we're flat on Google finally. We made a lot, yesterday, and we're flat on it now. So if you have to pick day trading or swing trading, only one, why would you pick that one? What's more profitable to you? Probably swing trading, but I day trade really well as well. I probably made more money swing trading though. Yeah, definitely top 3 best, ice skaters in the world right now. But no, I'd probably pick swing trading because it's easier to me. All right, we asked people, does the market in green? 53% say yes, 47% said no. All right, so we're bouncing on the SPY at 381s here. I guess the real question here, so like you can see we're red on the day. Here's the market activity. If you want to see like what we've done over the last few hours, that's basically the market right now. Now, the real question is, do we continue down like this? Do we reject a VWAP and continue down like that? Do we move back up and consolidate and stay in a sideways trend like that? Or do we do something like this and start to run back up as like a inverse head and shoulders thing here? I don't know. We'll see. Zim, yeah, but Zim's probably a terrible penny stock. Let me see. Zim is an obscure stock. I don't know anything about it. I don't buy mid caps. It's not mid caps. When I say what's a low PE company, I mean blue chip, large cap companies. Mid caps are just very risky. Very risky. All right, guys. So All right, guys. So we did bounce a little bit. We kind of got a little double bottom here. I'm a little bit tempted to buy up stuff right now. Should I buy up stuff right now, guys? Is the real question. Should I buy up stuff right now? I could also trade futures here. My week in futures has actually been pretty solid. This is my futures week so far. Or no, wait. This might be a little bit behind here. Let me see. There we go. That's my week in futures team. So far, so good in futures. We're up about 300 on the week here. We're going to see if we can keep pushing back. And if you want to try out the futures market, check out Top Step. Top Step is a funded account program in futures. What they do is they give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules, they fund you between 50 to 150,000. A 90% split company regulated by the U.S. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year. It's the easiest way to get around the PDT rule. Like, even if you look at the SPY right here, even if you look at the SPY or Tesla, here's the E-mini in the middle. You'll notice it's the same price action here. It's the same price action. Like, here's the same double bottom that we were talking about here on the SPY. Same double bottom. And you can trade this one here in the futures market with no PDT restrictions. So you could day trade, short it in futures. To do it comfortably, you need a couple thousand. You need about 10K, really. But if you don't want to put up 10K yourself, and that's too risky, which, you know, it can go against you very fast if you don't know what you're doing, try out Top Step. Top Step, what they do is they give you a demo. It's all a challenge. And the challenge goal is to build you into a better trader. Like, that's the goal of the challenge, is to build you into a better trader. It's genuinely useful. Genuinely useful. And again, what I said yesterday made a lot of sense. So I'm gonna talk about what we said yesterday, which is they're a sponsor of mine. But what they do is they give you a demo, and if you can hit the targets on their demo while following their rules, basically passing the challenge, they fund you anywhere between 50 to 150K. Now, again, most will not get funded. But regardless of whether that happens, it builds you into a better trader and conditions you to trade better. That's what it really does. It's a test of your skill. That is the most useful aspect of Top Step, in my opinion. They test traders to see their skill. And so traders who want to find out if they're ready to scale, maybe they can take the challenge, less than $150 a month for the base one. And if they fail, it's not the end of the world like it would be if they put up 10K of their own money. But if they succeed, then they could potentially get funded. And with a 90% split, once you're funded, there's a pretty good, reason to get funded as well. When you compare that to risking thousands of dollars in the real thing, it's a very useful gauge of skill, and the skilled ones can get funded. And so again, you can see my graph here. If you want to check them out, great way to help support the channel. You can get 20% off if you use my link. And again, we'll post my link here. We'll also pin it to the top of the chat so you guys can check it out. But of course, I am biased in their favor. All right, so let's see where the market heads here. We're looking at Tesla. We traded a little bit of Tesla this morning, lost. Tesla's starting to dip down, and Tesla does influence the markets for sure. So we'll see if we get anything good. Hey, John, where do you spend this much money? What money? What are you talking about? All right, so we are dipping down a little bit. I'm not confident enough to short or buy anything right now. We're just going to kind of sit and wait, I think. We have to. We did a poll. We got about 450 votes. 52% said yes. 48% said no in terms of will we end with the market in green. We're going to end this poll. And we're going to do a much more intriguing poll that I think somebody else recommended me do earlier, which is, well, the first quarter of 2023 in green. Yes or no? Well, the first quarter of 2023 in green. Let me know. We might short a little bit on the SPY right now. We actually might do it in futures though. Let me do this in futures actually here. All right, so we might short a little bit of piece here. All right, so again, we got into two contracts right here. We're basically shorting this, and this is Top Step right here. So we're shorting this. If it breaks down more, great. If not, we'll cut it. Does John end 2023 as the world's best trader? Probably top 3, I'm guessing. I think yesterday's gains will be erased today. Well, they already have to a certain extent. Like, we've lost a lot. Again, it's one of the reasons we scaled out yesterday of a lot of our positions, to be honest, is because we just can't trust it to hold. The big thing is, like, here's the reality of it. Like, a lot of new traders see this, right? This is kind of how it goes, right? This is the perspective of a lot of people, where a lot of new traders, here's a good example. A lot of new traders see this and they say, oh, well, look how much we dropped yesterday. We must still be weak today. And they think the next day is just going to go like that. Experienced traders look at this and they say, oh, man, we've dropped so much yesterday that the likelihood is that we're actually going to bounce back up the next day because we're so extended from that big drop that short term we're going to bounce back, right? And that's exactly what we got. If you zoom in here, you can see huge green day. And then a lot of new traders see this and they say, oh, well, we must be strong. We're going to continue up. Experienced traders understand we might be a little extended at this point in time. Now, we did correct some already in pre-market, but that's why we're shorting this right now instead of going long. And it looks like it was the right move so far. We are slightly green in the trade right now. Not up much. We got 2 contracts here, you can see. But we're slightly green in the trade. We're going to let it keep breaking down if it does. All right, so we are up about $10 in this trade. You can see the P&L right here. We are up about $10 in the trade. I might cut a little piece of this because I can, or not anymore. We're going to let it sit. So once we get up here, we might cut a little piece. See if it continues to break down under these lows, though. We'll wait, actually, here. Okay, there's 1250. All right, so we just took half off, locked in some profit, and now we can just sit on the rest and see if we get a larger breakdown, which it looks like we are. There we are. All right, so we're going to cut this. Just made about $20 in futures here. And again, we are looking at the SPY right now. We shorted this breakdown. We are looking at the SPY right now. And I hope you guys understand what we're doing. Like, we're just looking at the SPY, riding this breakdown here. We saw it approaching lows. Bitcoin's probably just correcting from what happened earlier in the week. I don't think Bitcoin did any like big moves earlier. All right, so SPY just broke lows though. All right, Tesla pop it up a little bit. We'll see if that drags the market up some here. I'm not really confident enough in it yet for me to take anything, but yeah, we'll see. All right, so market's still breaking down here. And again, it looks like cutting our trades yesterday was the right move. We got out of almost everything. Like, we can show you our P&L today. We're down $20 in Disney, $3 in Carvana, and barely anything in CVS. We lost about $65 in Tesla, though. No, most of the time I'm shorting the E-mini or the micro E-mini. I'm not really shorting the NQ or the micro NQ. Yeah, let's take a look at crypto right now. Bitcoin back up to 16.5K. Any news on the spy causing emotional damage? No, it doesn't look like it. This doesn't look like any fundamental like drop. This just looks like uh this just looks like basic price action. We'll see if this 381 level holds this resistance now. It could. So you can see we broke underneath it. Now we're bouncing back. We'll see if it holds as resistance or not. 381 is kind of a relevant level in my opinion. All right, go. All right, guys. So we didn't hold 381 as resistance. We're starting to bounce up some. I could short some more in this in futures, and I might. Let's see. We'll try. We'll short one contract here, just seeing if we reject back down. Maybe add a little bit to it if it does something. But we're starting to bounce back some. We'll see what happens here. Here's Disney, Google, AMC still down, Ape still down. Apple has been really weak this morning, weaker than some of the other stuff here. Apple breaking low. So Apple's kind of been what's dragging the market down here. All right, so we're going to add one more contract position here. So we're in 2 contracts short now. All right, we're slightly green on the trade now after this rejection. We'll keep covering it and see if we get anything good, but see if that rejection works. It also depends on what Tesla does at this 120 level. 120 is relevant for sure. It's important. All right, Tesla's starting to test 120 again. And again, we'll see if we actually hold there. I think that'll be a relevant spot to see if we actually hold these numbers. We're trying. All right, so if you guys had a green or red week, it was really hard not to make money yesterday, I think. Yeah, Tesla could fill the gap. We'll see, you know. All right, so again, we're right at this 381.20 level. We're going to see if this level will reject right here. Tesla's still popping back up, though. Apple's still right around these lows. Small loss. All right, guys. So again, we're kind of sitting here. Tesla's starting to move. What is Amazon doing here, man? I haven't really looked at Amazon lately. Amazon's starting to bounce back up a little bit. Yeah, we'll see what BITI does. But again, I'm not super, interested in that one. Not saying it's bad. It's just not really something I want to trade. Not. It's not enough of a for sure thing for me personally. Um, There's like a flag formation. I closed that Mana trade yesterday when I got home. Hey, nice, man. How's Mana doing? I haven't looked at Mana in a long time I haven't looked at Mana uh, since kind of the hype of it, since blockchain games first started getting big. Mana had a huge red day yesterday. Were you short? Red week, red month, red 3 months, red year. Struggling. But I mean, it's just stuck in the crypto winter is what happened. Oh, been shorting. Oh, nice, man. Hey, if you're shorting, you're banking then. Yeah, I think some of the easiest money to make right now is shorting obscure cryptocurrencies that are allowed to short. Now, I think the risk can get high too. So I think when you do it, you have to like only risk set amounts. But yeah. What do you say, Mana? Is it Mana or Mana? I really don't know. I might be just wildly wrong in my pronunciation of it. All right, and we're still in the short on the micro. Again, I'm not saying it's going to work. There we go. There's the rejection we want. Again, we're still shorting this on Top Step. You can see we're up a little bit here. We're up about $4 or $5 now. Nothing major here. If we start breaking under these lows, that's when we're really happy about it. We'll see if we get something good. All right, we're back to break even here. We're going to give it time to maybe potentially break down, though. Made myself win 90% with using 3 to 4 and then bumped up to 1,000. Hey, nice, man. Good work. All right, starting to kind of pop up a little bit. So we're not going to hold this short forever. Is Tesla controlling the SPY today? Maybe. I don't know about controlling, but it influences it, I guess is the easiest way to put it. It's not controlling it to a T or anything, but it certainly influences it some. I think Tesla makes up what, like 3%, 3 point something percent of the S&P 500. So a decently large percentage. But whether it's controlling the whole thing, it does get influenced heavily by it. That's for sure. All right, and start popping up. Tesla dipping down though, so we'll see if we can hold this area. A little rejection there on the E-mini. All right, there's a flush. I do like that. All right, so we're slightly green in the trade. Again, we're in a short on the S&P 500 in the futures market. And again, try out futures. If you want to check it out, check out Top Step. It's a funded account program for futures. Again, they give you a demo. If you can hit their targets while following their rules, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. Great way to trade. You know, I'm essentially trading the S&P 500. There's no PDT rule, and it's just a really dope way to test yourself. See if you're really ready to scale up size is what it really does. Like, it really tests your skill to see if you're ready. If you're not ready, it's not the end of the world. It's very cheap. It's less than $150 a month, and a beautiful test for it. It really saves traders money because a lot of people are going to try it out instead of putting up 10K themselves and risking that, and they're just going to save themselves money. And so it really is a beautiful thing. Check it out in the description if you're interested. It's also pinned at the top of the chat if you want to see it. But yeah, we're kind of in this middle ground here. We're not really doing much yet. You know, we're kind of consolidating in this area. Yeah, Chicago PMI dropping at 9:45, so we still got some time before that drops. So yeah, it's not getting released right now. We still got a lot of time before that comes out. It comes out. It's 8:15 right now, so we got an hour and 30 minutes before the PMI drops. Man, watching the stream every morning has become a fixture of my market open trading. I feel different in a good way. I don't know if it's because I know we're all trading at the same time. It's awesome. Hey, thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Here, it's like about no pressure, bro. We just put out, we just give people free stuff, no pressure. I don't even claim to be a good trader. I don't even claim to be an expert. And I think when you see stuff like Atlas and all the lawsuits and all the drama and all the scams and the pump and dumps, I'm just glad I operate my stream like I have been, and I appreciate you all. It's a blessing to me for sure. And I hope it can be a blessing to you guys for sure. So thank you guys so much. Here's to an amazing, huge growth new year. And yeah, let's do it, guys. Tesla, break it down under 120. So Tesla's starting to rip down here. Hopefully it drags my SPY short down too. Slightly green on my SPY short. All right, so we're starting to ride this down here. We will take a little bit off here when we can on the breakdown. You see, this is what we're shorting right here in futures. There we go. Let's see if we get a little bit better price. We are right there. We are right there. Let's see if we can break down a little bit more so I can lock in a little bit more cushion here. We're right at this 381 level. And again, this is Top Step right now. There we go. All right, we just locked in some more. Nice little gain. We got one contract left. We'll let the breakdown on that start. And not be super tight with that and just kind of wait and be a little bit more loose with it. Tesla pulling everything down, which is good to see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cover this one, I guess, too. We wanted to be patient, but, that makes us up about $40, maybe a little bit less than 40 in pre-market. We've had a beautiful green week. We haven't had one losing day this week in market activity, so it's been a really nice, solid, winning week. And yeah, we'll see if this good action continues. Maybe that's a mistake cutting it a little bit early. Let me see what I'm up on the day right now. Yeah, we're up a nice little $37 or something like that. Let me see. 30 something. I never said Snapchat had a low PE. Yeah, I don't know what Snapchat's PE ratio is, to be honest. I mean, if it says low, you got to calculate it yourself. If it says NA, could be negative. I can calculate it myself if I need to. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're losing money. All right, so we are bouncing up a little bit. I could add some more to my trades. But yeah, Snapchat's not one of the ones where I ever said it had a low PE. What has relatively low PE ratios right now are Disney and Google. Those are the ones I just cut out of, but I wasn't holding Snapchat. You know, and every stock I'm holding doesn't have a low PE ratio either. I try to get like a little mix of both. So yeah, Snapchat I don't think has a low PE ratio if I remember correctly. I should have shorted into that little pop, but it's all good. Yeah, we did catch the bounce yesterday. It was a beautiful thing. We were able to cut out a Google, we're still holding a little piece of Disney. And again, you can kind of see we had much more shares than this, but we have 35 shares left. We're still up about $80 on those 35 shares. So we're still up really nicely on that. Down about $20 today though. And we'll give it some time. But we're not going to push super heavy into it either. Like it doesn't matter too much. Breakdown of the SPY here, so we should have held our short, but it's okay. You know, like I said, it's always good to get out when you're green, and that's what we're doing. Got a nice little breakdown under these lows. Tesla's certainly helping it for sure. Now the question is, do I want to short something else? I think I can actually short Tesla now, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll just wait. All right, Tesla's still breaking down. This is probably going to drag the market down some more. Look at Tesla testing these lows here. All right, but there's Tesla breaking lows again. So Tesla's starting to really break down here, team. Down to 119s. And again, we were just up so much yesterday. It's not a surprise that this is kind of what's going on. Let's look at the Q. Q's been breaking down all morning as well. So again, very happy I scaled out of my stuff yesterday. And again, here's my weekly graph so far. So like this is my week so far. I haven't had a losing day that I don't think I've had a losing day. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think I've had a losing day this week. And I mean, my graph is pretty solid. We're up about 330 on the week. I'd hope we can end the new year strong here with futures. But of course, you never really know, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's Chicago PMI. If you don't know what PMI is manufacturing expansion versus contractionary movement. So if manufacturing in Chicago is expanding, we'll have a positive PMI number. If it's contracting, we'll have a negative one. So that's the thing to pay attention to is, you know, good versus bad manufacturing. And I think right now we want it to actually contract. So we actually want a pullback here because of inflationary problems have been so high that like people want to see less manufacturing numbers. All right, so Tesla's still breaking down at 118.90s. Yeah. So again, expectations. Let me see what we can find the expectational numbers for manufacturing PMI. Um, all right. So looking at Bloomberg here. Tesla's still breaking down. Wow. But yeah, so okay, let's check this out. So expectations are for 40 Chicago PMI. So 40, so that's an expansion PMI. It's a diffusion index incorporating survey results provided by manufacturing firms from the Chicago area. Above 50 suggests manufacturing sectors expanding. Below 50 suggests contractionary. So yeah, we'll see if right now expectations again are for 40, so slightly below um so slightly contractionary manufacturing sector is kind of what we're getting. Now again, we could show positive, we could show above that. Market's dipping. Tesla did bounce back a little bit though. So Tesla did bounce back some. Testing that previous low of the day right here, though, at 119.30. We'll see if the SPY does anything. Again, a little bit too extended for me personally here. I'm just not really feeling this right now. Just a little bit too extended for me personally right here. Tesla bouncing back nicely, though. And so, again, we'll see if we get some rebounds here. Tesla's still testing that previous level. Yeah, we cut Google yesterday. We cut most of our Disney trade. We're still holding a little bit. And again, you can see we're still green on the trade here for Disney. If we look at this, we're still up about $80 on the remaining 35 shares. And we had way more shares than this in the trade as a whole. But for now, we're only in a very small position and we're all still very green. Our average price is 84.30s. So way down here is our average price for Disney. And so, yeah, we're just kind of sitting back. We are rejecting Tesla at that previous low area here. So we are rejecting that previous low of the day. So again, looks like the market's continuing to break down. And again, I'm just glad I got flat yesterday, because we did get flat. Pretty much flat. I mean, we're still holding some pieces of stuff, but like mostly flat. Market just didn't hold the gains and put in huge green day and then a big pullback this morning in pre-market. It'll be an interesting opening bell time too, for sure. It'll certainly be interesting at the opening bell. We are starting to get a breakdown on Tesla here too. So Tesla's starting to break down as well. There's the SPY break. Everything else is kind of fading back down. So we will short. We've been mostly shorting this week, though, even though we had big upward movement yesterday. And we made some on the upside. The rest of the week has been mostly short. Like, we've mostly been shorting everything else for the rest of the week. Who? Instead of warning others, who reassures who? All right, so we're starting to pop back up a little bit. We're at 380.60s. Again, doesn't mean we're rebounding yet. Little pop. We're a little too extended on the downside for me. Let's look at our poll here. So we did a poll. We asked people, will the first quarter of 23 end green? 59% think no out of about 300 votes. 42% think yes. And so it kind of shows you how people are pretty split on the matter. We're mostly bear. We got a little bit more bears as a majority there, but people are still pretty split. Well, yeah, I mean, what do you want them to say, though? AT, you want them to say, oh, yeah, our company's overpriced. Of course he's not going to say that. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to say, hey, we're overpriced. All right, markets are still falling down here, so we're still looking kind of weak right now. So markets are looking somewhat weak. All right, big rebound in markets, and not a big rebound. I guess I'm not big, but somewhat of a decent rebound. Here, we'll see if we keep it up. Jeez, dude, I don't know how many times like they robbed me with set over set, bro. I've had set over set like 5 times today, man. Sometimes just bad variance is a thing. All right, so we are popping back on the SPY though. Big bounce back. Is the bar market closed at 1 p.m. today? Today? Jeez. If a company gets bought out, does the stock price usually go up? Well, it depends on how the buyout happens. So it could, but it depends on what the buyout price is. If somebody buys it out for a lower price, it goes down. If somebody buys it out for a higher price, it goes up. So it genuinely depends on what the buyout price is first. That's going to influence whether it goes up or down. You know what I mean? Somebody said if a company gets bought out, does it go up? All right, so we got a little bounce back. I kind of sometimes would short into this type of move here, but I guess I'm just gonna have to sit back and wait now. Disney bouncing back up a little bit. Yeah, it depends on who's buying. It also depends on where the buyout is. Like, for instance, Twitter was well below the buyout price when the buyout actually happened. Um, and so once it did happen, he bought it out for noticeably higher than it was at the time. And so, sure, when the buyout offer came out, then yeah, the thing flew. Um, because again, it was higher than where the stock currently was, if that makes sense, right? If it's lower than where it was, then, obviously we're going to go down some here. I might start to short now again here. Again, we're shorting futures on Top Step. I like this pop back. We're going to start with one contract here. Just keep it small. If we bounce back to 381s, we'll add more to it. If we keep bouncing back to 381s, we'll add a little bit more to this thing. All right, so we're going to add another contract here. 2 contracts. Maybe get in 3 ahead of this 381 level is what we're doing. Hey, what's up, Unicorn? Yeah, so Chicago PMI 945. Also, guys, we are going to put it in sub-only mode right now. So if you have not already, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate you guys. We are throwing it in sub-only mode right now. So announce yourself. Show us you're subscribed. We certainly appreciate it. Tesla bouncing back to that previous high of the day at 119.20s here. Yeah, the bigger the contracts, the bigger the commissions. Of course, man. It's not universal. All right, and you can see here, we're down 250 here, basically flat in this position. Looking to see if we get a rejection move now. If we do, again, just like the last one, we'll take profits quick. Hey, what's up, Juan? My guy. First. You're definitely not first. You late, bro. No, it's all good, man. Hey, I hope you guys are having a beautiful 2022. I hope you guys have an even better 23. What's your favorite stock for next year, guys? What's your favorite growth stock for next year? I guess is a better question. I don't really like growth stocks. It depends on what it is, but... All right, so we're up about $7.50 from this. And again, we will cover it once we start to break down, just to lock in profit like this. Nice little drop. All right, we just covered that. Hey, my guy Clayton, thank you, brother. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Hey, look, we're up another $15. We're going to go ahead and cut this one now, too. So we just made about 20-something there as well, catching these breakdown shorts. You love to see it. We are up a little bit over $50 today. Slightly over 50, I think. Here's the P&L so far in pre-market. Not too shabby, guys. I will take it. But yeah, thank you so much, Clayton. Clayton says, love the energy here is great. My guy, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, sir. Me, Kevin, ETF. Yeah, we had some people try to act like I was talking bad about me, Kevin. I think they got it mixed up with Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is a sleazy man, you know. But me, Kevin, I don't really have any problems with him, you know. You guys know me. I avoid drama. But Kevin O'Leary, I can't help but call out, you know. All right, so we got a little bounce back up. I might add a little bit more to my. I might short this little pop. One contract here, though. We're gonna take one contract here. Just one. We're not gonna take any more than that. Just one contract there. All right, so we're slightly green in it. If we break lows, we'll make more money in this, but. So I got my daughter a guitar. I think I got her. I think it was a. I think it was a gold Les Paul Epiphone. Let me see if I can find an example of it. It was pretty cool. I'll see if I can find it. I don't know if I can. I did get her a guitar though. It's pretty cool. All right, so we are bouncing back up a little bit here, and we're bouncing back up. Again, I'm just gonna wait. We're in one trade. We haven't had any losing trades yet in pre-market, but we're bouncing back up here. I understand that this double bottom here is not really a great sign, and so this might ride us back up. So with that, we're just gonna kind of patiently wait now. Not down much. We are going to cut this if it bounces back up too much, for sure, though. Like, without question, going to cut it if it bounces back up too much. I'm on a 1 minute time frame. Yeah, we're on a 1 minute time frame. We're mostly scalpers here. You can see we're down about $10 on this trade. I'm going to give it a second. I want to see if we reject here. If we don't, we'll cut it, and it's all good. It doesn't matter too much. We're not going to hold it forever, though. Yeah, there's usually an inverse correlation. Not every day, but most days there is somewhat of an inverse correlation here. All right, so we're pretty flat in the trade now, which is good, I guess. break even on the trade now. We got the breakdown that we wanted here. And again, we'll try to be time. Try to give it time to work. Tesla's starting to bounce back up to 119. Here's Disney. What other stock do you guys want to look at? I mean, we can look at the Q here. Q bounced it up a little bit. Will Disney ever get to all-time highs again? Of course it will, eventually. When is a different story. I mean, it's Disney. It makes so much money, man. Disney is a money-making machine, bro. That thing makes so much money. Disney World makes $30 million a year. It owns Star Wars, Marvel. Like, you get a lot of people that are mad at them for all these different reasons because everybody hates big media companies, right? But they make so much money that they're going to be much stronger than where they are now for sure. Right now, Disney's at $86 a share. You know, Disney Plus is growing. Yeah, they just make so much money, man. They've got a relatively low PE ratio as well. Relatively low. I'm not going to say it's super low, but it's relatively low as a PE ratio. So, I mean, you know. Tesla's starting to pop back up here. I'm going to cut this. We cut it, lost $6. So small, first loss of the day, very small loss. And we're going to get out because I see Tesla bouncing back, and that might drag the rest of the SPY up with it. Yeah, look at Tesla pop up here. So Tesla testing 119.50s again, 119.50s. So it's trying. What's a discount right now, guys? Any discounts? There's a different straitjacket. I mean, I think you're biased, most likely, you know, from what you're holding in Tesla is what I'm assuming you're holding from that comment. Because and the reason I'm assuming you're holding it is because I think the answer to that question is an obvious and self-evident one, right? The reason it's different is because the CEO of Disney is not on social media acting up. There's a huge difference there between something like Elon Musk and Tesla on Twitter, and there's a huge difference between Elon Musk and Tesla on Twitter and how Disney CEO acts, right? There's a huge difference there. They're just completely different, you know. Elon Musk is saying very controversial, very divisive things on social media. The CEO of Tesla is, right? Now, we might say, you might criticize what media, like the media stuff that goes on with Disney or whatever it is, but that's just wildly different than what Tesla's doing right now. There's a big difference between the actual head of the company, the CEO, saying those super divisive, polarized things, and, you know, Disney right now, in my opinion, you know. Plus, frankly, Disney's just really diversified. Tesla could be too, but some of the stuff isn't really, they're not really, some of the other companies that Musk owns are not the most profitable. Yeah, they could take social. They could. That's fine, but it's different when the CEO is on Twitter doing it. You know, that's a difference. There's a big difference in that than you know, subjective interpretations of media. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference between that and what Elon's doing on Twitter. You know, and I think it's an obvious thing. Like, the difference is obvious. All right, so we're kind of in a range right now, choppy sideways. So Disney generated $82.7 billion in the fiscal year ending October 1st. 80, almost roughly $83 billion, guys. Roughly 83 bill here. All right. So again, Disney's a money making machine, bro. They really are, you know. I should have held my short on the market though. It's starting to break down. Yeah, baller, and I get it. You might agree more with Elon politically. You know, I understand that, but there's a difference between taking political sides, which is fine, and the CEO saying really controversial things on social media. Like there's a difference there, and that's the difference that nobody's missing. I get it. A lot of you guys are on the right and y'all don't like what Disney's doing and y'all like what Elon's doing. I get it. I truly understand that, you know. And again, I'm not really a political guy. Like I'm pretty neutral between all of it. Um I look at a few different things to determine strength long term. I look at the actual company, what they actually earn, as well as, you know, I think Tesla's a good company, but the PE ratio of Tesla is noticeably higher than the PE ratio of Disney. At least it has been, you know, over the last quarter. Um, and so with that, you know, that's one of the things that you got to analyze. The second thing is like the actual CEO of a company acting up on social media saying that type of stuff versus, again, subjective media interpretations is different. You know, that's just a different thing. You know, regardless of which side you're on, there's a difference there. I think. Now maybe I'm wrong. It's an arguable subjective thing, I guess. But yeah, that's my take on it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to talk about the controversial statements. I'm going to avoid that like the plague here, because I am, you know, yeah, I'm going to avoid that completely. We're not talking about the controversial statements he makes. I'm not even saying what he said. I'm definitely not going to say what he said. Yeah, there's just no reason for me to do that. Yeah, and I'd appreciate if we could kind of sway away from politics. You know, like again, I'm really am neutral. I'm a capitalist, guys. Like I really am. I don't like the whole realm of politics, to be honest. It's too divisive and polarizing. For me, as a public, you know, somewhat of a public figure on YouTube, I got to kind of just avoid. You know, that's not for me. I'm gonna avoid that conversation, guys. Uh, all I'm talking about is the vulnerabilities of Tesla here, and maybe I'm biased towards Disney. I mean, you know, that's certainly possible. But regardless, you know, let's move on from that combo. Spy's starting to pop back up a little bit. All right, guys, Spy's starting to pull back a little bit, but we're in a very neutral range. Jeez, man. Honestly, we're gonna mute this. Sheesh. There we go. Yeah, so our market started bounce back. Sorry, I'm playing poker. If y'all hear me be like, man, I'm not talking about the comments we're talking about. I'm definitely not playing poker on the other screen, guys. Uh, so I don't think it's the political comments that I'm referencing in this way. It's not. Uh, yeah, that's right. Hey, let's make some money. Again, I'm going to respectfully ask everybody to just avoid political arguments and conversation. If you don't, we're going to have to take the appropriate action. All right, market's starting to bounce back up. No, I make money in poker on average. Like I'm mostly a winning poker player. Market's starting to bounce back up. I might start to short it again while we're up here at these highs. So I'm going to buy one position here, maybe two at this top. 381 is a big level that is relevant. So we're up about $5 here. So we're shorting this top. The only problem is if Tesla ends up dumping down here. So we're up a little bit in this trade. Das Boot. Yeah, 100%. And again, y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe. But again, all right, we're going to take a little bit off here. All right, we just locked in some profit on this breakdown here. And again, we're trading on Top Step right now. Top Step's a funded account program in futures. If you want to day trade the market action like we're doing, you can in the futures market. All right, nice one. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the site I use either. We're just any of that stuff. All right, we're still green in this trade here. Still green. Very small green trade, though. Nice little P&L today, though. We might cover this. All right, we just went ahead and cover that. Here's my profit graph today, though. My graph is looking nice in pre-market right now. We still got about 30 minutes left. Chicago PMI drops in about 45 minutes here. How are you guys doing today? Y'all been trading today, green or red? Let me know. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing poker for years and years and years, man. My niche is kind of sit and go, so I play like 6 and 9 max sit and goes mostly. So as a sit and go player, I think the edge is just much more profound in sit and goes than there are in. I'm just not a great cash player, to be honest here. In cash, I just don't play super well. I'm mostly a tourney player, but tourney the variance is a little bit too high, so I'd play 6 and 9 max. If you don't know what a sit and go is. 6 and 9 max sit and goes are little mini tournaments. That's what they are. So they're little mini tournaments. All right, guys, so we're bouncing right back up to 381s on the spot. We'll see if we actually hold this level now. 381's a big psych level. It really is a big psychological level. Yeah, I mean, again, if we look at like PE ratios here, Tesla PE. Let me look at the PE ratios here. So Tesla right now has a PE ratio. They might just use the weighted last year one. All right, so yeah, Tesla PE ratio, give me 1 second, is about 37, which is conventionally high. Anything under 30 is better. Disney PE ratio right now, uh, see, these look a little bit off. Now it's saying the Disney PE ratio is 50. When I calculated, it was not 50. Let me calculate this myself. All right, bear with me. We'll see what the let me calculate this myself here based off of just their actual earnings reports for Disney here. All right, so the calculate PE ratio, let's do this real quick. I'm going to try to do this fast. 30 cents plus 109 plus 108. Yeah, 36, 109, 108 plus 106. All right, so 353 divided by 86, or 86 divided by $3.53. Yeah, the PE ratio, the actual PE ratio of Disney is about 24. Is what the actual PE ratio of Disney is, about 24. So that's what the actual PE ratio is of Disney. Now, I could look at the actual one of Tesla, but the PE ratio of Disney is under 30. It's very cheap, right? It's not very cheap. It's not great. Ideally, a PE ratio is going to be like 15 to 20, somewhere in between 15 or 20. And so having a PE ratio of 25 is solid. It's good. It's not great. It's not amazing. You know, it's good. Let me see what Tesla's actual PE ratio is, though. Sorry, there's Disney. All right, Tesla, we got 105 plus 76 plus 107 plus 85, 373. What's Tesla at right now? 120. So Tesla's PE ratio is about 32. And so, again, not terrible, not great, not terrible, slightly above where you want it to be. And Disney has a little bit better PE ratio. Is kind of what it is right here. So that's kind of what's going on right now. I'm looking at the last 4 quarters, guys. No, they're probably looking at like last year's PE. Well, I'm taking the last 4 quarters, adding them up and then dividing them by the price, right? That's how you calculate PE. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what the sites are doing though, but like that's what I'm doing. I don't know if they're using like last year's or what it is. Or like some type of weighted average, maybe. I'm using the 12-month PE. All right, so market's mostly sideways. Tesla pulling back to 119.50s here. So the Fed injects liquidity. No sense investing for the long haul. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of sitting back here, man. Um, we got a nice little cushion to attack at the opening bell. I'm just hoping we get a good trend today. We still got about 5 minutes. We're gonna get ready to trade futures, guys, and we already have been trading futures. Again, you guys saw me trading futures all day today on Top Step. I don't think futures are open Monday, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. Chat, let me know what you guys think. Is futures open Monday? I'm not 100% sure. I can check, but chat probably knows because chat knows everything. So, are futures open Monday? They might be. Bonds could be as well, but not 100% sure. Also, guys, y'all be sure to check out Chart Prime. Chart Prime is a trading view indicator service. Before we look at futures real quick, Chart Prime is just really, really useful. And you can use this in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures, whatever you want to use it on. Just powerful, to be honest. Just really, really powerful. Great at predicting tops and bottoms. Great at doing a lot of different stuff in markets. And so, again, y'all check out Chart Prime. We'll show it to you in a second. So I want you to look at this and just look at how accurate this is. All right. So like, look at how accurate this is. Okay. So this is Tesla right now, just to show you how accurate this is. All right. Like, look, and what Chart Prime does, it's a trading view indicator service. It tells you momentum up. It tells you reversal signals up and down. And just look at this. The ideal way to take this is by combining two together at once. So you can see a lot of bullish engulfing candles and reversal up signals over the next 10 or 15 minutes. We got a really nice pop there. Not just that, but you can see here, possible reversal down, huge drop, possible reversal down signal just came up. And you can use this on stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. It's never going to trade for you, and you're not going to be able to trade purely off of this, but using these and combining these in your trading can just be super powerful. But again, the real edge is when you find a lot of them showing up together at once here. So like, look, here's a reversal up signal and a bearish or bullish engulfing candle within about a 3-minute period. Look at the huge bounce you get afterwards. And so again, it's called Chart Prime. It is incredibly cheap right now for the New Year's sale. You can get it for like 30 something a month right now. And I use it with my futures trading. Again, it's called Chart Prime. Super useful. I'll post the link here if you want to just help support the channel. Yeah, you get 40% off right now. So if you ever wanted to try it out, now's probably the time to, because it's just super cheap, just objectively cheap right now. And so check it out here if you want the link. And yeah, with that said, you can check out the promo code there. And we're also going to get ready to trade futures right now, guys. Should I cut Disney? I mean, we're in Disney. We're already green. Should I lock in the P&L I have, or should we just wait? I think right now Disney is, again, I keep saying the same objectively cheap thing, but I think Disney is objectively cheap right now at 86 cents. Should I cut it? We're still green. We're up about $70 on the remaining position. We're 5 fallen down a little bit today, though, is the only thing. That's the only reason I'm considering cutting it. I thought this was a baseball channel, bro. How about Correa? What will Correa's contract finally be, man? I think that's the most interesting thing here. Like, what will Correa's contract actually be? You know, that's the interesting thing. Is Correa going to get locked into something, or, you know, what's going to happen here? I guess is the real question. Jeez. What was his contract? 315 million, 315 million, 12-year. Maybe it was 360. It was something. Maybe it was 280. I can't remember what his contract was, but that right ankle injury and that plate in his right ankle is kind of causing a lot of problems right now for sure. All right, guys, we got about 18 minutes for the last trading day of the year. Anything objectively cheap right now, guys? Let me know. What's Google's PE ratio? What they have online is 17. So Google's got one of the cheapest ones, you know. After we got this dip, I might buy a little bit more of Google here. We're going to get 50 shares of Google right here. 50 shares. Just 50. I think 50 is reasonable. So we just bought 50 shares of Google here. I think the PE ratio is cheap, and we'll hold it longer term if we need to. We just got out of it yesterday, and then it dipped a lot. But the PE ratio is still very cheap here for it. So Citi, I don't trust Citi. I don't know Citi well enough. Citibank, I don't know it well enough, to be honest, to like it or dislike it. Hey, Happy New Year's to all my brothers and sisters here as well, guys. Appreciate the love and support as always. Y'all are the greatest community on YouTube for sure. Definitely top 3. And yeah, we appreciate you all, team. Top 2. What's PayPal's PE? I don't know. There's certain, like, I don't like PayPal at all. The problem with PayPal is simple. Crypto's eating their lunch, man. You know, so it's like, that's the main problem with PayPal, is that crypto is just eating their lunch, bro. That's the main large problem with PayPal, is like crypto is taking a lot of their business away. Sending Tether coin right now, for instance, is so cheap that, like, PayPal to a certain extent is going to be rendered obsolete eventually. It could be. I don't know. I think a lot of people still use PayPal for their integrations. Their integrations are great, but like the PE is about 35 for PayPal, so it's not even low. So I mean, that makes it an easy decision. It's just we're not getting in PayPal. Ford. What's Ford at right now? I had Ford for a little while last year. I like Ford as a company. I don't like the cars. I'm more of a Chevy or really a Toyota person. But like, I like the company. I like Ford's company. PE ratio is 5 for Ford. I mean, there's some arguments there. I mean, listen, it's cheap. Does Ford pay a dividend? I don't think they do. But I could buy Ford a little bit here. I don't hate it. You know. I don't know what kind of effect PMI is going to have. PMI is manufacturing numbers, right? So Chicago PMI, Chicago manufacturing numbers. The way it works is like a reading above 50 means an expanding manufacturing sector in the Chicago area. A reading below 50 means a contractionary manufacturing sector. I think expectations for Chicago PMI are 40, which means a slight contractionary manufacturing sector. Now, it's kind of backwards land right now where less manufacturing is probably going to be interpreted as a good thing. And so, worse than expected will probably cause a bullish response in markets. Better than expected will probably cause a negative response. But again, we're not 100% sure the reaction here from it. And we can only wait. What are you guys doing for New Year's? All right, 13 minutes, guys. 13 minutes until the opening bell. All right, mostly chop. I mean, if we zoom in really deep here, you can kind of see this is the choppiness we've been in for the last, sheesh, man. Last few hours, really, here. We've just been in Chop City, unfortunately. So we're just kind of waiting for the market to do something, but just be careful. Volume might be light. A lot of people might be traveling for hey, good luck, Clayton. That's nice, man. Hey, thank you for that $10 donation, brother. I appreciate that, man, for sure. Good luck, man. Congrats on the baby. I've got 2 kids. If it's your first, man, just get your sleep while you can, bro. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest difference between when you have kids and you don't have kids. Before you have kids, your days off, you could sleep. After you have kids, you get no days off, So get your sleep. If you already have a baby, then already, man. No, I used to hate when the markets are closed. Now I enjoy it because I get to take some much needed time off, So it's like I used to hate it and really get the itch to trade. Now I don't mind the freedom, that we get from taking a couple days off. You know what I mean? So we had the big break for Christmas. We're going to get a big break here. Not big, but like we got a 3-day weekend again. I'm going to enjoy it. Come back refreshed. I have a 4-month-old puppy, a lot like having a little kid. Oh, nah, man. Maybe kind of like a 3-year-old, but not even close, There's a difference for sure, Puppies are great. I got a little baby puppy too. We got Bruce. We got a German Shepherd right now. He's about 5 months old. They're dope, man. They're cool. Nothing like a baby though. Babies are real work. Puppies are fun, I don't know what the impact on the Chicago PMI is going to be. Nobody does. We don't know how much it's going to affect the markets. We'll see. Again, it drops 15 minutes after the open, guys. So just remember to play safe. Don't take any huge positions ahead of it. Play it safe. Trade small if you need to. All right, market's still in the sideways range. Again, you can see the range right here, team. Like, look, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's it. That's all we're in right now. Hopefully we get some type of break out of this eventually, but... oh my gosh, man. Market's starting to pump back up a little bit. But actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. The market's usually red on low volume days before holidays in your experience. Not necessarily, no. You don't really know what they're going to do. A lot of the time they're choppy ahead of it, I would say. Like more neutral chop action ahead of this stuff is like what we generally get. So choppy. And we made some nice money. I mean, here's our graph right now. So like we're up nicely here ahead of this. We got a cool cushion that we can trade into, and if we don't make money, it's not the end of the world. You know? But it's just so choppy and neutral right now, man. I'm just waiting for something to show up, but gonna be a good day to scalp? Maybe. Might be. I don't know. We'll see, man. All right, we got 500 people here. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes. Market's still consolidating sideways here. I don't know how much action we're gonna get today, to be honest. Like, the market is so choppy and neutral right now that there's just no favorable price action here, I think. Finally starting to break down here. We'll see if we get something good show up. Yeah, I mean, none of it matters, bro. Like I said, I'm not really super concerned about it either way. Again, we got a nice little cushion on the day that we can kind of just wade into and swing into if we do get some stuff. We're starting to get some big red action starting to break down right now in markets. So that looks good. Let's see if we get some chop breakdowns or what we get. Sort of test these lows here. Starting to test the lows. There's a breakdown of the lows. Here's the opening bell here, guys. So 10 seconds. 10 seconds before the open. Big bounce up. Again, we still got about 40 seconds left until the actual market opened. About 40 seconds. Big down wick. So we broke the lows. We bounced all the way right back fast. All right, so here's the opening bell. There's the open. Big green action at the opening bell. Green moves. Did I buy anything ahead of the open? I can't remember. Huge green action here. Wow, look at the pop. Sheesh, man. Retracement here, so we're getting some pullbacks now. At the opening bell, we are getting some dips. So big up wicks, big retracement back down here. Now we're starting to pop up testing 381s right now, 381s. Huge rip up, guys. Finally starting to move up. Testing 381s right now. So we're going to wait and see if we get a pullback now from this. So we're testing the 381 level, which is about right here. We're about right here. Now we're dipping down a little bit here. I don't mind the dip, but too early for me to take any trades yet. Big breakdown rejection here. Green to red move starting. We're going to start shorting into this in case we get a flush. We already got a cushion on the day. It's not a huge cushion, but it's a cushion. So we'll take a little trade here. See if we really break down into this flush with the red to green move. There we go. There's the breakdown. Cover. So we made a little bit from that trade altogether. Huge breakdown continuing here. Another retracement here, so we're hanging out waiting on this. SPY popping back up, so a big down wick, which indicates buying pressure coming in. We'll see if it actually holds. And again, we are trading on a platform called Top Step. It's a funded account program for futures. Again, amazing way to test yourself as a trader. Again, they're a sponsor of mine, so I am definitely biased in their favor. Look at this big down wick here. But this is what we're trading on Top Step. But basically, they give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their rules, basically passing their challenge, they fund you between 50 to 150,000. Let's see if we get some upward action here. This is a bullish action. Now, most are not going to get funded, but regardless of whether that happens, it does build you into a better trader and conditions you to trade better. And that's the whole point of this. It's the most useful aspect of it is that it tests traders to see their skill. And if they're skilled enough, they actually get funded with a 90% split. So if you make 10K once funded, you keep 9,000. You know, it really lets traders test their skill to see who wants to find out if they're ready to scale up and stuff like that. They can take the challenge, less than 150 bucks a month. If they fail, it's not the end of the world. If they do, they can get funded and make money doing it as well. Again, we've had a really profitable week this week with it. If you want to check out more info, check out the link in the description. We are starting to get some neutral action right here. So again, job right now is just to patiently wait here. There's a huge rip over the 281 level. We'll see if we actually hold this first. So we'll buy a pullback to 281 if we can break decently above it. This is the S&P 500 right here. This is basically what we're trading. It's the same thing as the SPY. So we're essentially trading the SPY in futures with no PDT rule. First little dip, hammer candle dip. We'll take 2 contracts, see if we get a larger bounce from this. 2 contracts here. Three contracts now. Huge rip up. Took half off there. Locking in some more on these highs. All right, we're out. So, yeah, we're up about $100 today after that last trade. A little bit less than 100. So nice movement here. Should have bought forward like I wanted to. Did buy Google, though. Let's see if Google rides. But market's starting to run. We'll see if we can buy another little pullback dip here. It needs to be large enough for us to be interested in this, though. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a red to green. We did do some red to green, but... All right, so we're pulling back now. We're going to take 1 contract here, add more if we dip more. There's 2. Nice little pop back up. Nice little down wick. We got 2 contracts here. Let's see if we rip up more. There we go. Took half off. Just locked in another $20. We're up about 120 on the day, guys. About 120 on the day. Easy green action attack to attack. Here's the profit graph so far on Top Step. So a beautiful little profit graph. Like I said, up a little bit under 120 on the day. We're also getting a nice little dip pullback here. Everything else started to break highs. We got a big little pullback. We'll see if we actually hold. How you guys doing today? All right, so We're consolidating a little bit too long for my tastes here for this type of trade, to be honest. We might continue rip it up. I think the momentum's on the upside for sure, but we got to wait a little bit. Trying to rip. Still retracing here. Big pullback now. We'll buy this. 2 contracts. Not taking more than this. Slightly green in it so far. We'll cut it fast if we can. We got that little downwick momentum that looks solid here. Nice little pop up. Took half off. Took another half off. Made another 15 or 20 bucks here. I don't think I've had one losing trade today, guys. Oh, wait. Here was one loss right here in pre-market. But yeah, we're up about 135 right now, about $135. We're going to keep trying. See if we can keep rolling up some green trades here. Got another little pullback. We'll see if we actually hold, though. Ford is ripping up, man. I should have bought it. Super low PE. Decent sized pullback now. Three or four choppy, but red candles over the last 3 minutes. Generally, I would buy these dips, but I've made enough money on the dips and then bounce and then dips and then bounce and then dips and then bounce. And so I think I just got to chill here and wait for something to show up now and something to happen. We are pulling back to that 281 level, and look at the strength showing up from that. There's the big bull action, guys. Look at that huge bull run right now, man. Wow. Testing the top of the highs again. Bull candle, I meant to say, not run. Not really a run yet, just a big candle testing the top of that range. We'll see if we actually hold here, though. Again, we got the top of the range showing up right around here. So we got to break that, and it looks like we're indecisive is the best way to explain it right now. Neutral, not really much sway over one direction. All right, sideways action. Ford is flying up, though, right now, guys. Look at Ford. Big breakdown happening. Starting to turn down here, guys. Market's starting to turn down. But again, be careful. It could be sideways day, but break under these lows here, team, is what just happened. Look at this breakdown here. We will start shorting if it sets up for it, but right now we're pretty much completely neutral since the opening bell. Down on the day, of course, but completely neutral since the open. Big breakdown here. We'll see if we can short. The E-mini's too volatile, Tiny, for sure. The E-mini is just incredibly volatile. It's just really, really, really volatile. So like when something is as volatile as the regular E-mini, it's not really what most people want to trade. Now we'll see if we pop up and test these levels now. Now, maybe I banned him unreasonably here. Let me unban him. All right, so testing lows right now. Testing lows. But that's just a little warning. Calling me a gambler is not really going to get you very far, bro. Just a little heads up. SPY popping up. The Chicago PMI drops pretty soon here, guys. So Chicago PMI drops pretty soon. Let's get ready to cover this data here. We're getting some big upward and downward action. I'm going to get flat in most of this stuff. Chicago PMI drops in 3 minutes. Again, what Chicago PMI is PMI is manufacturing expansion versus contraction is what this is, right? So this is Purchasing Managers Index, manufacturing around the Chicago area. If it's over 50, it means it's expanding manufacturing sector. If it's below 50, it means a contractionary manufacturing sector. Right now, the expectations are for 40, which means slight contractionary manufacturing sector. And that data drops in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Expectations are for 40. Two minutes, guys. I would probably consider it as bullish. I think a contractionary manufacturing sector is probably going to be interpreted as a positive right now, is what it is. So I think a contractionary manufacturing sector is what people want right now, in my opinion. We got about a minute and a half left. Yeah, this is kind of crazy price action ahead of this here. We got an inverse, or we got a head and shoulders. Here's the head, here's the shoulders. Generally, it's a short pattern. I'm going to short right now, but one contract. Keep it very light. See if we can catch a flush breakdown. But I am going to be cutting this trade certainly within the next minute. I'm not going to hold this any longer than that. Just because I'm not going to hold this as a gamble through manufacturing data drops. So we'll try to get as much as we can from it over the next 45 seconds. Hopefully we get some breakdowns leading up to it. We're just going to go ahead and cut that. Made a little bit. Again, I'm getting flat ahead of this data release, which is released in about 45 seconds. All right, guys, data drops in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. 40 is what's expected. Below 40 will probably be interpreted as positive here, guys. 5 seconds. 44.9, 44.9. That's probably going to be interpreted as bad. 44.9 versus 40 expected here. So lower or higher than expected right now is what happens. So this is higher than expected. It's probably going to evoke a negative response in markets here. And that's exactly what we got here. So a negative response in markets. We'll see if we hold. But 44.9, we'll put this data up on screen. A little bit more expansion manufacturing sector here than initially anticipated. And the market is dropping from it. As we suggested, we might if we came in higher than expected. We'll put the data up on screen. But yeah, slightly expansionary manufacturing sector. There is the data on screen right now. There is the data on screen right now. But yeah, 44.9. Markets are dumping down here, starting to tank. All right, sideways reaction though. So again, remember, right now, because of high inflation, anything that evokes more spending and really means more spending, anything that means more spending right now is going to be seen as a negative, right? So anything that means more spending right now is going to be seen as a negative. Right now, manufacturing came in a little bit higher than expected, a little bit better, which means a little bit more expansion in manufacturing in that area than expected. That's certainly going to be interpreted as a negative right now in these markets. So that's kind of what's going on right now. That's why we see markets dropping. Manufacturing, they expected 40. We showed 44.5 or 44.9, which is, again, slightly more than expected. Thus, we are getting drops in markets. And we're going to short into this little pop, a little short into it. Add a little bit more to our short here now that we're really green in it. See if we get some breakdowns of lows here. There we go. Starting to flush. Cover a piece. Cover a little bit more. Just made about $25 there. A really nice graph here, guys. So we are up. We are up right now. About 160 on the day. We're going to try to make 200. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, we cover this data really quick here. Really quick. We cover this data. So, again, subscribe if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We do this live every weekday for free right here on YouTube. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus. We give everything away for free. Hit the sub button if you haven't yet. We appreciate you all. Yeah, all good, Tiny. No worries. Genuinely no worries. How you guys doing today? Green or red? Nice green day for me. I mean, the breakdown is happening here. Is Tesla outperforming the market? SPY breaking down. Tesla started to turn. All right, guys, market's starting to break down. A beautiful week for me so far in futures here. We're going to try to squeeze a little bit more out of this week. We're extended too much. Here is the week so far. So if you look at the start of the week on the 26th, this is my graph so far this week. A really nice week. We are up about 330. I don't know if it's actually including today. It might not be. Nasty dumping Bitcoin. Well, yeah, Bitcoin's just following the broader market here with the data coming out. You know what I mean? Like Bitcoin's just following the S&P, and the S&P's breaking down here with everything else. So, you know, that's kind of what's going on here is Bitcoin and the S&P are following each other. And when that happens, Bitcoin falls when the S&P falls. And you can see just by this price action that the S&P is falling right now. So that's kind of where we're at. All right, we could short into this pop. One contract here, though. We're not going to add any more than this. It's just going to be one. Maybe add a little bit more if we get a huge rebound or something like that. But for now, we're just kind of sitting back. Who's Bubba? All right, slightly green here, slightly green. Another breakdown happening here. We'll give it time. Up a little bit. One contract. We could have added some more. All right, get a little bounce back here. I'll probably have to cut this. First major loss of the day. Huge bounce back, though. Huge rebound here. We're going to start shorting into this now because it's so extended on the upside. That likelihood of us pulling back is big. All right, we cut a little piece of that. One contract left. We'll see if we add some more to this. There we go. All right, we'll go ahead and cut some more into that. Made our money back on that last trade. Big breakdown here. We still got some time, though. Why don't I buy 5 contracts? Because I'm up so much already. I'm just kind of keeping what I'm up. You know, it doesn't make sense to me to go really heavy into big volatility, you know. We're going to short some more here at the top. See if we get a breakdown here. There we go. Starting to get one. We got 2 contracts now. There we go. Cover a piece of that. Cover the rest of it down there. So just making our money back here. Really nice graph for the week. This is my weekly graph. Here's my today graph right now. So we are up on the day about 170 or so, a little bit over 170. Oh my gosh, dude. What a ridiculous hand. All right, we're going to start shorting in this now. See if we get another flush rejection here. We made a lot. We're going to see if we can make some more. Ideally looking for the breakdown right now if we can get it. There we go. Cover a piece, cover a piece. Yeah, I mean, crypto, no offense, man. That sounds like you're new to trading, brother. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's not about maximizing profit on every trade. It's about taking calculated risks. Like, just because these trades are going in my direction doesn't mean they're always going to be And so what you got to do is you got to trade slow and steady. You can't just push and gamble away. That's what gamblers do, man. Like, you take it slow and steady. You don't just take huge sizing because you can. Everybody's a little bit different. And again, a lot of new traders think that, like, oh, they're like, hey, well, why don't you hold that longer? I'll put it this way. There's a direct correlation between how long you hold a trade and your risk and reward level versus your accuracy rate, right? The longer you hold a trade, the worse your risk reward ratio, the better your risk and reward ratio is going to be, but the worse your accuracy is. And so in that regard, like, I'm a scalper, so I'm getting in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, as opposed to somebody that might have like a 60% accuracy that maximizes his trades. You know what I mean? So everybody trades a little bit differently. Some people are going to prefer to have a high accuracy rate like I do. I've probably lost one time since the opening bell by getting out of my trades fast. And some people are going to prefer to have a lower accuracy rate, but maximize their trades more. You know what I mean? And so just because I'm selling fast doesn't mean I'm not maximizing my trades. It all depends on the different trader. And again, if you don't understand that, you really want to like look into trading a little bit more and like really research it, brother. Yeah, there's a direct correlation, a negative correlation actually, between risk and reward and accuracy rate. You hear new traders or people that are just trying to sound good say, yeah, my system runs a 5-to-1 reward to risk ratio and an 80+% accuracy rate. It's like, no, it doesn't. No system does that consistently. If you think that you can run 5-to-1 plus 80% accuracy or better, again, that just doesn't happen. You might be able to get one trade that does that, but again, that's just luck. The reality of it is the bigger reward to risk ratio, like the more profit you need to make on each individual trade, the bigger range you need to capitalize on in each individual trade, the lower your accuracy rate is going to be. You can have a 5-to-1 reward to risk ratio with a 50% accuracy rate and still be very profitable. And I usually have like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So it's like I'm only trying to make small little gains, but my accuracy rate today is probably plus 80+%. So it's like there's a difference, and you got to understand the difference. Right, for sure. All right, guys. So yeah, nice little day here. Again, we're up about a little bit. What are we? Yeah, we're up about 180 bucks, about 180 right now. On the week, we are up about 350. So, today's a big gain. We could have made more this week, but that's all right. We're starting to get a rejection here. Let's see if we can short this flush. We're only going to take one contract to start it off. And this is something that maybe y'all can learn from, where you take a small position to start off. If it goes against you really big fast, then you cut it, right? But if it slowly goes in your direction, you can maybe add a little bit to it and then have a tighter risk. Like I added some more to this. If this pushes up more, we're going to cut it fast, but if it breaks down, we'll have a better average. Yeah, so there's the push up. There's the breakdown. We're going to give it one more second. We're probably about to cut this trade. Yeah, so we got to get out there quick. And that's all right. We'll probably just wait. Yeah, here's my mountain this week. Pretty good mountain. Could have made more, but that's all right. Market started to bounce back. Spy testing VWAP here, so we'll have to wait and see what it does at VWAP. Google's neutral. Disney's neutral. Tesla slightly green on the day. Hey, thank you, Alfredo, my guy. John says it like it is. No BS. Yeah, man. I mean, listen. One of the most frustrating things in the world, to be honest, is like trading is very difficult. I would have made money on my short. I should have held it. But like trading's so difficult. But it's like a lot of the time, everybody wants to tell me what I'm doing wrong right after I do it. It's the easiest way to get banned here. Like the easiest way to get banned is if especially if I'm having losing trades, trying to critique my losing trades right after I get into them. Because again, it's hard for me to vet. Like nobody can tell who actually knows what they're talking about and who's just trying to poke at me or trying to critique me after I lose, right? Like in the end, it's a very profitable day, but even when people do it today, it's like instead of being like, man, John's making money today, they're like, oh, you could have made more money today. And it's just like, all right, guys. In the end, I guess the overarching point I'm trying to make is like, if you're new and you're not profitable, don't tell me how to trade. You know, it'll rub me the wrong way. And maybe that's a character flaw on my part, but I'd rather just be honest with those people and tell them that instead of just kind of beat around the bush, so to speak, with it. I'd rather just be real with them. And do friendly warnings for that type of stuff, and then have some harmony in the stream, because that's what I appreciate, you guys. It's been a great year for the channel. We've been growing ridiculously fast, thousands of subscribers a month, and we'll hit 100K pretty soon. And so I truly am grateful for the community we have here, 100%. Oh, all good, crypto. You're good, man. No worries, bro. I am new in crypto, facing losses. Well, everybody's facing losses right now. Yeah, I figured you were joking, Bidgie. It's all good, man. Well, hey, here, Yasir. Good day to you, sir. I'm going to put you in timeout, man. You know? Stop spamming. My short would have worked here, you know? So, like, again, you guys see the levels we document here, and I hope you guys can learn from it, even though we kind of got faked out on this one. Like, look, we documented this level way earlier. Look at exactly where this thing goes to. It goes literally up to that level, rejects directly off of it. So, again, you can learn, if you want to learn from me, learn how I document supported resistance. You know, on a short-term basis, you know, they're pretty accurate. Yeah, it's been a fun year for sure. Thank you to Pawn, Douglas, all the other mods, DS, SPAC, all my guys. Hey, I appreciate you all for sure. Thank you so much. We appreciate the love. Yeah, we're just kind of sitting sideways right now. Where's Paul Wall at? John not bamming spammers. Not initially. If you're spamming, you'll probably go to timeout. Like, yes, sir, had, you know, he got banned, or he got put in timeout just because he said the same thing over and over and over again. PMI was going to be interpreted as negative, exactly how I suggested it. Again, I told you guys, if we came in better than expected, higher than expected, it's going to be interpreted as negative. The market's going to fall. And so you can see here, once the PMI was released, that's exactly what we got, which is just big drops from it. Now, again, I'm not saying we're not going to bounce back. Market's pretty neutral. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Dirt Bike Warrior. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. The dollar index is falling right now, probably because the market's been bouncing back over the last like 20 minutes. Dollar index is starting to move back up though, so that's going to invoke weakness in the market, and that's kind of what's happening right now. Hey, thank you, Mark. Hey, I appreciate you all here. Yeah, thanks, Larry. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, Dixie's starting to pop back up, guys. So again, be ready for maybe potential washout in the markets right now for short-term periods. All right, again, Dixie moving up. Yeah, poker is actually what built my skill in trading. And poker will teach you how to manage your emotions for sure. So like poker will genuinely teach you how to manage your emotions. It's very similar to trading, where it's like you can do everything right in poker. You could have pocket aces, and you should be raising out crappy hands. But say a crappy hand doesn't fold and calls you a 2-7 offsuit, you could still lose. So you could have the best hand in poker and still lose. Um, but over the long run, you're going to make money if you do things correctly, right? That's very similar to trading. There's a lot of correlations with it. I was originally a poker player first and then moved on to trading. Um, and so very similar in that regard, where calculating pot odds in poker is just like calculating risk reward ratios in trading. And again, you might be right or wrong. There's variance, I guess is the best way to put it, in both poker and trading. But if you do things correctly, your graph should go up long term if you get into the right spots. You know, just like in poker, there's marginal spots where the edge is marginal. And in trading, you're going to get in marginal spots where the edge is marginal as well. And then you're going to have A+ setups where you have a distinct edge in poker and you got a distinct edge in trading. There's a lot of very similar correlations in poker and trading, as well as like counting cards and blackjack as well is probably like another one. Counting cards is not as difficult as people make it out to be. Like you don't have to be a genius. You just got to do basic math quickly. And that's pretty simple as well, and can be even more profitable than a lot of these too. But there's a lot of correlations between all of it. And I hope you guys don't think I'm some huge gambler, because I'm really not. Like, I don't like gambling money at all. But I don't think betting on stuff with unfavorable odds is gambling. All right, so here's a potential rejection coming in. There's 2 contracts. Let's see if we flush down here. It's just 2 contracts here, so we're not gonna hold on to this forever, but we're gonna see if we get a flush. I like that up wick that we're seeing on this candlestick right now, but ideally we want to break down here, of course. Up small, break even mostly. Patiently waiting. The dollar index is moving up, so we should theoretically get some bear action here, but maybe we already got it. All right, there's the SPY starting to flush. I like the up wick. Up wick means selling pressure. It looks weak, but slight green. It looks like it wants to break, but the longer it stays here, the less confident. There's the break. All right, we got out half there. We'll hold the rest, see if we get a flush breakdown. All right, so there we go. Got another breakdown. So again, you can kind of see how like we find an edge in here. Like we find an edge, which the edge was the up wick that we got. The up wick indicated some selling pressure, right? So like on average, that's going to work, but sometimes it's just going to squeeze up big against us and we're going to lose money. Here's another one right here. Here's a big up wick. Again, ideally, this means selling pressure. We'll take 1 contract here because frankly, we don't know what we're going to get. We're only down about $5 or $6 here. If we get an even larger up wick, like if this retraces all the way back down, we'll add some more. If not, we'll just cut it if it gets too high. The good news is that we have a cushion on the trade now. So like even if this pushes way up here, we'll still cut it for break even. Up about $13 on the trade right now. So like we got a cushion. If it breaks up, great. If not, that's all right. This up wick is what I'm playing into, though. Big up wick here. We're going to add some more 2 contracts again. See if we flush down on the pressure coming in. Again, selling pressure is what these up wicks represent. They're one of my favorite ways to scalp. But again, just like this, sometimes you're going to get this big squeeze up against you. And now on the total trade, we only lost about $7 there. But again, you're going to get good and bad variance. Our graph is still very solid, Again, this is our daily graph today. So, we're still up about $150 today. Hey, nice, Todd. Yeah, people can make tons of money, bro. Pro poker players make millions, man. The math isn't really hard. The only math you ever really need is you can calculate how often you win on specific hands. So just basic division. Calculating pot odds is just simple math. So it's like if you got if you got 6-7 offsuit, right? Generally, that's a garbage hand that you don't want to play. But say you got like 5 different people that limp in, um, and so you got each of them put in 20 in the pot, right? So you got $100 there, right? And say all you have to put up is 20 or 10. Say you're the small blind. Say you got to put up 10, right? Then you're getting 10-1 pot odds in that situation, right? So you got to put up 10 chips to potentially make 100 chips, right? So without that, a 6-7 offsuit would be a fold. You just fold it and get out of it. But with 10-1 odds, it's a call. It's an easy call, and like you might not make money on that individual trade or on that individual hand, but you only have to win 1 out of 10 to make it what's called a plus EV trade or plus EV hand. Sorry, I'm getting my trades and poker mixed up. And so in that regard, you might win or lose on that individual example of it, but over the long run, you're going to win at least 10% of the time, and so that's kind of how you do it in poker. It's just basic math. Anyways, I'm kind of slowing down for the day. I don't see too much edge right now in these markets. If you want to check out Top Step, guys, like I said, check out Top Step. Funded account program in futures, the most legit funded program in the world. They pay out millions, fund thousands. What you see me trading here is the S&P 500. So I'm basically trading stocks. I'm trading the S&P 500. And Top Step is a funded account program. And so they give you a demo. The base one's $50K, less than $150 a month. If you can hit $3K in profit without losing over $1,000 a day or $2,000 total, which is a reasonable ratio, 3 to 2 is a very reasonable ratio. They fund you $50K if you could pass both phases with a 90% split. The most legit one in the world. They've been around for over a decade. You get to keep your first $5,000 in profit once you are funded. 90-10 split, fast payouts, plus more. Great way. There's no PDT rule in futures. Great way to test yourself and test your trading skill. If you want to check it out, here is the link. They are a sponsor of mine, and so I'm certainly biased in their favor. Yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful new year, guys. I really do. I hope you guys, thank you guys so much for the growth this year in this community. It really means a lot. I truly do appreciate it. Even guys, check out Chart Prime. Like you see me analyzing these candlesticks, right? One of the cool things that Chart Prime does is it identifies the candlesticks for you. All right. So it identifies the candlesticks for you. And I can show you what I mean by that. So like, look at this, right? So well, wrong banner. Sorry, bear with me. So it identifies the candlesticks for you. And so like, look, here's a great example, right? Like here's the bullish hammer candle. So these down wicks here, look at the down wicks. It identifies them for you. And this is Bitcoin. You can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures, on TradingView. Here's a bullish hammer candle. Look at the reaction from that. So 2 bullish hammer candles showing up really short term. Again, what does that indicate? It indicates buying pressure. Look at the bounce in Bitcoin over the next few minutes. It also will show you reversals, possible reversal up. Nice little bounce. And so again, you can use this in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. It's called Chart Prime. Very cheap right now, less than $50 a month right now. If you use my link at checkout, you should get 40% off. So really useful as well. Again, you can use it on the SPY. I use it in futures sometimes if I don't feel like analyzing the candlesticks like myself. Again, you can check out that link in the description as well. But yeah, guys, love you all. Y'all have a safe new year. Y'all be safe. New Year's can be kind of sketchy sometimes. Y'all be safe. Love you all. We'll see you guys a little bit later. Again, y'all have a happy new year. We'll be back. We'll see you in 2023. Y'all stay safe in these markets, guys. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. We cover all the major economic data. We covered Chicago PMI so quickly. We cover this data within seconds. We're the fastest person on YouTube, I think, to cover this data. Definitely top 3. So hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. Love you all. Y'all be safe. Later, guys. Yeah, y'all check out our Discord. Completely free Discord. Doesn't cost a penny. We got a lot of great members there. Daily movers, swing trading, futures trading, completely free. You can check out Bloomberg News, Reuters News, all that different stuff, all the big news stories that come out. You can see them there in our Discord as well. Check it out. Y'all be safe.